What a year to work in the field of education. At this time, I'd like to ask our entire community, including the students, the parents, the grandparents, siblings, to rise to honor the faculty and staff of Gann Academy for persevering this year in the face of innumerable challenges. Please extend our appreciation for what that has entailed. Now, Gann traditionally honors Gann employees who have been at our school for 10 years as part of our Eser Society and for 18 years as part of our Chai Society. Today, I'd like to name first and start with the Eser Society. And I know you're all going to want to shout and cheer, but please hold your applause until the end. We will be giving each member, each inductee into the Eser Society a formal thank you tomorrow at our faculty and staff luncheon. But on behalf of the entire community, I want to honor the people who have been at this school for 10 years, the Eser Society inductees. They are Dr. Kevin Cottrell, Dr. Susan Cheloff, Ray Daniels, Andrew Davis, Sarah Dubois-Farley, Sherry Geller, Lindsay Goldstein, and Lily Rabinoff-Goldman. And now we will have a special video to honor the members of the Chai Society.
One of the greatest honors and privileges I've gotten in quite some time at Gann Academy has been being asked to say a few words about the incomparable Elena Morgan. I'm guessing that quite a few faculty and staff are quite jealous of me right now, thinking to themselves how much they love Senora Morgan and about how many things they could say about her. She is indeed one of the most beloved people to ever walk the halls of either 333 Forest Street or the many floors of Prospect in Maine. I only fear I will not be able to do her justice. Our journey together began 20 years ago on that second floor of that bank building in downtown Waltham. It was within moments of meeting her in that tiny closet we called an office that I knew we'd gotten a pretty special colleague in our hands. I don't think we got a whole lot of work done that year or in the ensuing years since, as we ensured that we'd remain office mates after moving to our current campus on the Hill. We've spent most of our time laughing, gossiping about the kids, and sometimes planning out lessons. And you would take that sense of joy with you wherever we would go. It's been my great blessing to be able to laugh, live, and learn with you in Poland, Prague, Washington, D.C., Alabama. And on those trips, none of them would have been what they were without you. Yes, we laughed a lot. Indeed, it became an annual game for the kids, trying to figure out what Mr. Cadden and what Senora Morgan were laughing about this time. But that joy for life is unrivaled by your unquenchable thirst for learning. Indeed, you are one of the most curious people I know. I love to travel with you, not only because of the joy you bring to our trips, but also because of the sense of wonderment you bring to every experience. We'd come out of a Supreme Court oral argument and then spend hours discussing the merits of this case or that. Or we'd spend an equal number of hours unpacking what we just learned from our session at the Equal Justice Initiative. You listen so carefully to what everyone has to say, and you then engage with their ideas with a genuine stance of inquiry. I'm always amazed, but probably shouldn't be, at the incredible level of detail you remember about everything we did from year to year. We visited here and met with her that year. Kids love this program, but not that one. So of course, you are the first person to meet with me to celebrate when that obscure circuit court judge we visited years back, some guy named Merrick Garland, was named to the Supreme Court. So you are my irreplaceable thought partner in developing whatever plans we will do on any given trip. But what you really remember, the details that really stay with you in profound and meaningful ways, are about the kids. You get to know them in deep ways. You are curious about their lives, and you're a trusted mentor and confidant for so many of them. There's not one kid who leaves your class or your advisory not loving Elena Morgan. It is thus no accident that you maintain these relationships with the kids long term. It feels like almost daily that you tell me about how this long ago graduated alum or this or that one is doing. You continue to know the details of their lives as if they were still students again. For you, a relationship developed in a Spanish class or an advisory is a sacred bond and one that is likely to last lifelong. Finally, Elena is one of the most giving human beings I've ever had the pleasure to know. The following two stories about Elena will surprise no one who knows her. When my daughter Maddie needed to do a school project, I think it was in 4th or 5th grade, in which she needed to interview someone who had immigrated from a foreign country, Maddie immediately thought of Elena. No one would be warmer, funnier, or more generous in her time and spirit than Senora Morgan. And of course, she was all of those things, but so much more. Not only did Elena spend hours with Maddie, she sent her pictures, she sent her maps, and she sent her actual samples of dulce de leche. Maddie was thus able to tell a rich story about Argentina and also a loving portrait of one of Argentina's finest exports. I mean Elena, not dulce de leche, but that was pretty good too. And then this past year, I got an email from Elena who was visiting her mom in Buenos Aires. What do you think Maddie wants for her bat mitzvah? And when my daughter told her what she wanted, Senora Morgan traipsed all over the capital city in the middle of a pandemic looking for that gift. And of course, it almost needn't be said, she brought that gift over in person in the middle of a snowstorm. I'm not kidding. It's been the honor of a lifetime to laugh, learn, and live life to the fullest beside you, Elena Morgan, at Gann Academy, and really throughout the world. I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have done that with. I know that I'm not even close to being the only person who feels this way, and that is what makes you so special. We love you.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here today to honor my colleague, my mentor, my friend, Abby Shapiro, as she reaches 18 years of service to Gann Academy. Everyone who knows Abby realizes what a treasure Gann has in her. She is the consummate educator, passionate about her subject, her students, her teaching. She's an absolute master teacher, in addition to being a complete joy to be around. In 18 years, Abby's brought her expertise to 10th, 11th, and 12th grade classrooms at Gann. She's traveled Boston, the Northeast, even Europe with Gann students. She's been an advisor extraordinaire, as ready to support a student through a rough patch with a friend as she is to recommend the exact right elective for that student. She's mentored English teachers, rabbis, art teachers, and helped design curriculum across our entire school. She's helped develop our school's philosophy on grading and participated in hiring many of our teachers. She's had a massive impact on what we teach and how we teach it. Abby's former students and current students adore her, and have reported that they keep a running list of her comments, both funny and profound. Several years ago, when my creative nonfiction students had an assignment to profile a teacher they didn't know very well, a student jumped at the chance to interview the legendary Mrs. Shapiro. In the profile, the student described a scene in Abby's classroom. Here's what she wrote. The class begins and a feeling of awe washes over the room as students discuss how powerful and beautiful this text is. In this class, the planets align as Shapiro sees firsthand how literature can move people and create empathy within them. I love how this scene captures Abby's view of art and teaching, and also the enthusiasm of her students. Abby's passion is contagious. The energy in her room just sparkles. If my math is anywhere near correct, in nearly 2 decades at Gann, Abby has taught somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000 English classes. That's a lot of planets aligning. A lot of learning, a lot of laughter, and a lot of memories. To me, Abby represents the absolute heart and soul of what we do here and who we are. She's genuine, she's thoughtful, she's generous. She knows her stuff in this school as well as anyone, and she is really, really fun and funny. She is a role model for anyone who walks through that arch. Abby, congratulations on 18 years of wonderful work at GAN. May there be 18 more.